passionne. Ça sent réel.
Did two men with a trunk get off here by any chance?
Oui,
Which way did they go?
that way, monsieur.
Oh, where are we anyway?
Guise, France. Let me help you, monsieur. There is a taxi at front, and a hotel nearby in Rennes-le-Château.
Appreciate it. Good thing I have all this stuff in my room. You never know when you'll need a dresser. Your basic wire hanger. Good thing Joan Crawford ain't around. Somebody must have had a note in here or something. It's a long piece of masking tape, still sticky too. Your basic why hanger. Good thing Joan Crawford ain't around. Prince James's calling card. Looking at my passport picture, it's a wonder the U.S. ever let me go. My Schottenjäger dagger. A good writer never goes anywhere without his notepad. That key really comes in handy when I want to get into my room. The Schottenjäger talisman. It's kind of like a lucky rabbit's foot, only big and heavy. I went back to my old tape recorder. That jewel mount was a pain to lug around. My wallet. He must be the hotel receptionist. Don't think he was on duty. Don't think he was on duty when I came in last night.
Ah, you must be Monsieur Knight in room 25. My name is Jean. If there's anything you need, I will be at your service most humbly.
Thanks. Is there anything I should know about the town?
Rennes-le-Château? We have a small town, but a rich history. I suggest Monsieur visit le musée de Saunière. It's just down the road.
Say, Jean, have you seen two men with a large trunk around the hotel? Maybe, checking in?
No, monsieur, but most of the guests arrived last night, oui? And I was, excusez-moi, not on duty. We have a number of gentlemen staying at the hotel. As to their luggage, I cannot say.
Maybe somebody else who works here might have seen the two men?
The night clerk is Simone. When she comes on duty this evening, perhaps monsieur could ask her.
It's a telephone. They work the same way here in France. I should call Prince James. I think I have his number on me somewhere.
Hello? Stewart's residence?
This is Gabriel Knight calling for Prince James.
Yes. One moment, please. Mr. Knight? What in God's name is...
I know you must be frantic. Let me explain. Last night, someone came into the bedroom through the window and took your son. I followed them, but I couldn't catch up. They went to the train station and boarded a train for Toulouse. I believe they got out of a little place called Cuiza. I'm still trying to track what happened next.
Cuiza? Near Rennes-le-Château?
Yes, you know it?
Gabriel, thank you very much for informing me. I must think for a moment, please. I'm afraid our investigation of the night visitors will have to be postponed. I'll send down some men to look into the kidnapping.
Wait a minute. What makes you think the night visitors weren't involved?
I don't have time to explain. Keep your eyes open until my men arrive, if you would. I'll send Miss Nakamura along. Oh, and naturally, your travel expenses and the fee we discussed will be taken care of.
Oh, that's not important.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight. Perhaps I will call on you again when I have time for such matters.
Goodbye. There's some kind of book on the desk. Looks like these guests have all signed in within the last 24 hours. If that's what I think it is, I can die a happy man. Oh, great. Hey, how about some coffee out here, merci? Thanks, buddy.
Gabriel Knight. You wanker.
Mosley? Is that you?
No, it's my evil twin. What the hell are you doing here, Knight?
What am I doing here? What are you doing here?
I'm on vacation. I'm here with the tour group.
What kind of tour group?
You know, the touring kind.
And you guys came here?
Well, it's kind of special, it's a special treasure hunting tour group.
Treasure? What treasure?
Look, read the brochures, okay? I'm not the freaking tour guide.
Jeez, nice to see you too.
So what are you doing here again?
I came to see you.
What?
Sure. I called your number at the post.
Right, of course. I forgot I mentioned it. Well, it's great to see you. Great.
Yeah.
If you want to join a tour, you'll have to talk to Magdalene Boothang. She's around here somewhere. And come up to the room later, would you? I'm in room 33.
Sure.
And thanks for surprising me, old pal.
No problem. Packages of maple syrup. There's a guy reading the newspaper in the lounge. Hey, how you doing? My name is Knight, Gabriel Knight.
And I am Emilio Baza.
Emilio. Interesting name. Where are you from, anyway?
The Middle East, originally.
Ah. Hey, you with that tour group by any chance?
I am. Yes. Yes, I am.
Nice place, huh? Did you get in last night?
Yes.
Not too late, I hope.
Not late, no.
Did you drive in?
A friend dropped me off. I'm not crazy about flying, and owning a vehicle. Such a nuisance.
Are you a treasure hunter, Emilio?
I suppose I am, but riches can be measured in many ways.
Well, that's true enough. So what do you think the treasure is?
Oh, I would not presume to say, Mr. Knight. At least, not out loud.
Don't mind if I do. Well, hi. You must be Magdalene Bouthane.
Perhaps. Who are you?
Gabriel Knight. You know Mosley from your tour? We go way back.
Ah, I should have recognized the accent.
What accent?
Never mind. So, you know Monsieur Mosley?
Oh, yeah. And I was wondering how much you charge me to, you know, kind of hang with the group, given that I'm paying for my own hotel and all.
2,000 francs.
Kind of steep, innit?
This is the price of success. Do you wish to find the treasure or not?
I'll think about it. When did y'all get in?
Last night?
Late?
No. Why do you ask?
Just curious how long it took. You drove it?
Yes, from Toulouse. It's about 2 hours.
Who all came in the van?
Most of the group flew into Toulouse. John Wilkes, Lady Howard, Miss Stiles, and your friend, Mosley. Messieurs Buckelly and Baza made their own arrangements.
So, what's this tour group do, anyway?
I guide my clients through the facts of the mystery and show them the important locations. From there, they can draw their own conclusions.
Well, how come you're not guiding them right now?
There is a lot to absorb in the town itself, Monsieur Knight. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. will be the first guided lecture.
Oh, well, I'll still think about it. So, you're the expert, right? What's your theory about the treasure of Rennes-le-Château?
I leave that to my clients. It is better that way, no?
I was peeking at the hotel register. You wouldn't by any chance recall the actual times people checked in, would you?
Monsieur, we are a small hotel. This is why we do not require so precisely the time check-in, the time check-out. I myself might remember, but I was not on duty last night.
You've got a tour group staying here?
Ah, they fill the hotel. We have only the 7 rooms and they have taken every room but your room, monsieur. If I might say, monsieur is most fortunate to get his room. Particularly since he did not make the reservation, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, yeah. I'm lucky as all get out. Do you know anything about the tour group, Jean?
No, monsieur. You shall have to speak with the mouth of the horse itself. Mademoiselle Butan is the tour group leader.
I hear there's supposed to be a treasure around here. You know anything about it?
The Chamber of Commerce, they asked me to sound mysterious. But between you and I, Monsieur Knight, I think le trésor is a myth.
A myth?
No offense. I hope you are proving me wrong.
I think it's a bookstore. Oh, looks like they're closed. San Grial. Holy Grail. San Grial. Wasn't that what the 2 men on the train said? Why would they be talking about the Holy Grail? And what does the Grail have to do with Rennes-le-Château? Secrets of the Holy Grail. I wonder if that book's got something to do with this area. Unfortunately, the store is closed. They're open all day. Hey, they actually have souvenirs for sale. I'm sure Gracie will be all over it, if and when she gets here. Pictures of the town and stuff. I'm assuming she works here. Hi, how are you? You run this place?
Ah oui, yes.
Nice to meet you. The name's Knight.
Very well.
And you are?
Madame Girard. Is there something I can help you with?
There might be. Have you heard a baby crying in the past 24 hours?
I have 3 grandchildren. What do you think?
Say, does the Holy Grail have something to do with this area?
Perhaps.
Uh-huh. And what would the connection be, exactly?
Some believe the Templars found sacred Christian treasure in the Holy Land. When they were persecuted, they would have hidden it, n'est-ce pas? It really is not that difficult to leap, monsieur.
Sacred Christian treasure, like the Holy Grail?
Possibly. The most famous Grail story, written by Wolfenbach, was set in Languedoc. Did you know that, monsieur? No, of course you did not.
Is there anything special I should know about the town?
The displays will tell you the history of Rennes-le-Château.
You mentioned Templars, as in the Knights Templars? Were they really from this?
If you wish to know about the Templars, read the history board.
There's supposed to be some kind of treasure buried around here, right?
Yes, that is the theory.
Well, what kind of treasure is it?
That is part of the mystery, monsieur.
Okay, so what are some of the possible treasures?
Gold stores of the Romans, the fabulous wealth of the Visigoths, which was never found, the fabulous wealth of the Merovingians, which was never found. Or it could be the fabulous wealth of the Cathars, which...
Yeah, I gotcha. The Templars too, right?
But of course, they had more fabulous wealth than anyone. Why do you think that French pig-dog of a king turned on them?
Aren't you French in this region?
Well, France thinks so.
Any other theories on the possible treasure?
Well, the Romans did destroy the Temple of Jerusalem, stole sacred Hebrew artifacts. Perhaps it is the lost treasure of Jerusalem that is buried around here. And then there is this one theory.
Yes?
Never mind. I am a good Catholic woman myself. Why don't you read up on the subject if you are so very interested?
Say, were you around last night?
I was at home, monsieur.
Oh, you didn't happen to see anyone coming into town, did you? Late? Around 11?
I am well asleep by then. The early bird catches the worm, you know.
Yeah, and what an incentive that is, too. Hey, he kinda looks like me. Except for the dress part. Oh, they already stopped talking. Guess they saw me coming.
My goodness, Estelle, look at this. It's the sacred number of Ra.
You're right, Lily. And look, it says Virgo, Isis.
And Trinus et Unus. 301, isn't it? Or am I conjugating badly?
Oh, I'm afraid I never had Latin.
Well, I think I'm right. Do you suppose they're referring to Nut, Horus and Osiris?
They could be referring to God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost, couldn't they?
Don't be stupid. Anyway, Dr. Wen says it's all the same thing. Or was that Mary, God and Jesus?
Look at that shape. Wasn't there something like that in Dr. Wen's sacred geometry?
Shh! Do you want to give everything away?
Oh, sorry.
There's a couple of beauteous dames. All right, so I'm feeling generous. Good morning, ladies.
Look, Estelle, the gentleman has come over to introduce himself. Isn't that charming?
Well, I try. The name's Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yes. How do you do, Mr. Knight? I'm Estelle Styles, and this is Lady Lily Howard.
Renowned on stage and screen. And now you're thinking, how modest, how petite, and of course, I am Lily.
You wouldn't by any chance be here looking for the Holy Grail, would you?
Ah, but we all seek the Holy Grail.
You mean everyone on the tour?
No, little man. All mankind. The correct question is not, do you seek the Grail, but do you know what the Grail is?
Well, what is it? Are you with the tour group?
He's a sly one, Estelle.
Yes, Mr. Knight, we are.
What about you, dear boy? I thought we'd met everyone this morning.
Oh, I'm a friend of Mosley's.
Ah, well.
Are you all here looking for the treasure?
Well, we can hardly deny it since we're on the tour.
But it's not as though we have a theory, Mr. Knight.
Estelle, you're so subtle.
Oh, yeah? You got a theory? Well, let me hear it.
Is that a note of ridicule I hear? Can it be?
No, I didn't.
Do you think perhaps that only men can have valid theories?
Hardly. It's just the whole idea of a...
Lily, are we to take it that you yourself have no theory, sir?
About the treasure? No, I don't.
Methinks he doth protest too much.
It's possible.
I think I've had enough of Lady Howard for the moment. I think he's the guy the museum's named after, Saunière. It It's a letter in French. Looks like some kind of emblem or seal in Latin. Probably from the church. A bunch of old documents in French. Be still, my heart. This side tells the story of that Abbé Saunière. This side tells the story of that Abbé Saunière. I'm not sure I'd want that thing between my legs. Looks dangerous. Adam and Eve. I never liked that story. Can you imagine there being only one woman on the entire planet? Ooh, God.
I've been waiting to get you alone, Maddie. I don't like to brag in front of the others, but I think you're going to be surprised at how this tour turns out. Might bring some fame your way. Help you out.
Are you implying, Monsieur Wilkes, that you intend to find the treasure this trip?
That's right.
You will have my full attention when you do.
You don't believe me? I got this theory, see?
Monsieur Wilkes, everyone has a theory.
Yeah, but they ain't got what I got. You can write that up and take it to the bank.
Really? And what do you have that is so unusual?
Why don't you come by my room tonight and find out? I got this big piece of equipment, see?
Oh, je comprends. However big your equipment, monsieur, I've no doubt seen something very much like it before. Besides, I probably have other plans.
Hi, I don't think we've met. I'm Gabriel Knight.
Knight, eh? Wilkes is the name. John Wilkes.
Australian?
That's right. And you're a Yank.
If you mean American, yeah. But there are certain branches of my family tree that'd shoot you for that one. Are you with the tour?
Yeah, I'm with the tour. Look, I'm all for being friendly like, but my lunch is getting cold.
Oh, sure. We'll talk later.
Mr. Knight?
There you are, ladies. I greatly appreciate your understanding.
sure you'll be able to repay us somehow, Mr. Baza, when the time comes. Move along now, Estelle. I really must rest.
Thank you, Mr. Bowser.
Oh, thank you, Miss Stiers.
That must be the church.
Chi è colpevole di questo sacrilegio?
May I be of service, monsieur?
Par ce signe tu le vaincras? Could you tell me what is meant by this?
It means, by this sign shall you conquer it.
It? What is it? The proper phrase is par ce signe tu vaincras. By this sign shall you conquer, meaning naturally the sign of the cross.
I am aware that there's been a slight modification, yes.
To what end? What is the it to which the words refer?
Monsieur, the Abbé Saunière designed this statue. What he meant by this, or by any of the decorations in the church, we can only surmise.
I see. If that is your answer, then you cannot be of service to me. Good day.
Monsieur?
And I thought that only American tourists were that rude. Hi, are you with the tour?
Si, signore. And who are you?
My name's Knight. My friend Mosley is on your tour.
Ah, I am Buchelli, Vittorio Buchelli.
Nice to meet you. How'd you like the tour so far?
I am enjoying it. Yes, thank you.
Did you get in late last night, Signor Buchelli?
Signore. Yes, it was quite late.
Did you drive, or...?
I took a train.
Oh, yeah? I came in last night by train. What train were you on?
From Naples.
So, what do you think of the church?
It isn't a church. They should make that clear.
It's not a church?
No, this parish was closed years ago. The building is a tourist attraction, nothing more.
Do you know anything about the Holy Grail being around here?
The Grail is a story, nothing more.
Did you, did you come to look for the treasure?
Treasure? Signore, please.
Oh, you don't think there is a treasure?
I would be very surprised.
Then how come you took the tour?
Well, the history of the area and the fable of the treasure, these interest one, no?
No, not really.
Then why are you here?
Oh, yeah, the history, sure. He looks like a math teacher I had once, which explains why I never liked math. Hey, how are you? The name's Knight.
Good afternoon, Mr. Knight.
Are you the priest here, or...?
People call me the Abbé, yes. The names are no. Abbé are no.
This is quite a place. I haven't seen many churches this, colorful.
I assure you, it is unique. St. Mary Magdalene's is quite ancient, but Abbé Saunière restored it in the 1890s. It is his spirit you see around you.
Ah, nice. You don't see churches dedicated to Mary Magdalene very often.
Ah, but the Magdalene cult was quite strong in the old days, particularly in this part of the world.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
The Magdalene journeyed to the south of France after the death of Jesus. She lived here for many years. In fact, you can visit her remains at a church near Marseille.
Ah, I had no idea. The Holy Grail has been linked to this area, is that right?
The connection is nearly as old as the Grail legend itself. What have you read on the subject?
Not much. Arthurian legends aren't really my thing. But it's supposed to be a cup that contained the blood of Christ, isn't it?
A vessel that contains the blood of Christ, yes.
Do you think the Holy Grail is behind the treasure of Rennes-le-Château?
It is possible.
Do you know of anyone in this area that has a particular interest in the Grail?
Besides myself? No one that I can think of. Of course, the treasure seekers who visit the valley are often interested in the Grail.
What do you mean by the Magdalene cult?
A cult of devotion. It's still quite strong in this area, despite the best efforts of the Catholic Church. Did you know that most of the famous Black Madonna images were not images of the Virgin Mary at all, but of the Magdalene? The Church wanted to downplay the role of Mary Magdalene, so they called her a prostitute and insisted that all the Black Madonnas were really the Virgin Mary.
But the Black Madonnas usually show a mother and child, don't they? If the woman's Mary Magdalene, who's the child?
Excellent question, Mr. Knight.
Do you know much about the Templars?
I know the basic history. There are a few Templars buried in the cemetery. Yes. I think I'll refer you to a young scholar staying in the house near the Château de Blanchefort. His name is Larry Chester. He says he's working on a Templar book.
Okay, thanks.
And let me know if he's helpful at all, will you?
Sure. Do you think that there's a treasure around here?
Of course there's a treasure. But it will not be found by just anyone. Let those who have ears hear.
Right.
All right, you hairball. What are you really doing here? You didn't know anything about my trip.
I'll tell ya. Don't worry about it. What about you? Since when do you take European tours?
Hey, you don't know everything about me.
Apparently not.
Anyway, I was here first. So what's your excuse?
All right, this is what happened. A couple of weeks ago, Grace and I got this invitation in the mail. I was passed out for a while. I'm not even sure how long. When I got up, we were at the Cahuiza station. The conductor saw the two men get off. They've got to be around here somewhere.
Wow, this is really interesting.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it.
So what's all this about, vampires? Or did I hear something funny?
Nothing funny about it. The night visitors, Prince James calls them, but they take blood. Sounds like vampires to me.
Oh, you don't believe in that crap, do you?
Mose, you have no idea.
Well, the kidnappers are real enough. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna figure out what's going on, that's what. First of all, there's your tour group.
I think you're swinging at an empty plate there.
Y'all got in last night, didn't you? Maybe one of you was on that train. Or maybe someone in your little group is here for a handoff of the kid. It'd be the perfect cover story.
You're right. It's possible.
Or maybe not. Which is why I gotta go check out the area too, soon as I get some wheels.
So this is a real Schottenjäger case, huh? What's going on with that whole thing? And, what about Grace?
I'll tell you. Don't rush me. Shh.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. Have you heard a baby crying since you've arrived?
Nah, bud. I ain't heard one. I ain't seen one. Sorry.
Gracie's doing fine since you asked.
A bet. Huh? Huh? Come on. The two of you alone in the Alps.
We're not sleeping together.
What? Did he get chewed off in your last case or what?
Oh, I don't know. We've come close a couple of times, but I get all freaked out or something.
You're starting to worry me, bud.
Look, Gracie's a doll, but she's living with me. If I slept with her and then I changed my mind, what would I do? Throw her out?
Why don't you just marry her, Knight?
Oh, God.
I forgot. You're allergic.
Even if I did want to get married, I'm not sure it would be Gracie. She's like a chair, you know? Say you see this really great chair, and you like the chair, and your mother likes the chair, and everyone says you should buy the chair. But you know that if you take it home, everything else would have to go. You know, like the chair is Louis XIV and the rest of your place is IKEA.
Well, bud, I hate to say it, but you better start cooking or get out of the kitchen. 'Cause you keep farting around and somebody might just beat you to it.
Mose, do you know anything about the Holy Grail?
The Holy Grail? No, not really. Why? What do you know about the Holy Grail?
Me? Not much. About this Schottenjäger thing. You know, we had that big case last year.
Yeah, I seen your book, The Brutal Beast. God, what a sick freaking mind you got.
Yeah. Anyway, since then, Grace and Gerda have been getting all organized on me. Gracie even did this computer program called Sydney. Supposed to help when we're in the field. course, I'll never use it, but I can't tell her that.
Uh-huh. And I've noticed you're looking a little toned there, huh? Huh?
Yeah, I've been working out. Grace says I need to be in shape to chase the bad guys. I point to you as an example in the contrary. Then she points out that you never get the bad guys.
Oh, ha. Glad to see you haven't lost your butt-stupid sense of humor. So, did you ever find out how your family got into this whole thing in the first place?
No, the journals go way back to 900 A.D., and it looks like it was an old family tradition even then. I don't know. Grace found a few other groups of shadow hunters, and they seem pretty decent. There's a whole ashram in India where they train monks for this kind of thing. Grace has been bugging me about going.
Why don't you?
Shit. I'm not a Lost Horizons kind of guy.
I see what you mean. Well, no point getting all serious about it.
Screw you, mostly. So, how'd you find out about this tour, anyway?
I read about it in a travel magazine.
A travel magazine? Since when do you read travel magazines?
What? Like you're the only one that can go running off to Europe? I'm pretty cosmopolitan myself, you know.
Cosmos-pollutant is more like it.
Oh, ha. Why don't you go write some dialogue, smartass? Get it out of your system.
So, what about the treasure of Rennes-le-Château? You have a theory?
Not really.
Magdalene says everybody has a theory.
Oh, that Magdalene. Whew. Oh, what a babe, huh?
Yeah. Wait a minute. You never said what you think about the treasure. Is that why you came to find the treasure?
I don't know about that. Find out about it, maybe. Sure, it seemed like a lark.
But what do you...
Speaking of Magdalene, now, don't you just love that kind of tough girl thing she's got going? Man, whew.
I wasn't speaking about Magdalene. I was talking about the treasure.
Oh, nice area, though, isn't it?
Now, you didn't see the kidnappers in the area last night, did you?
The guys you saw on the train both had long hair pulled back in ponytails, and they had this trunk with air holes. Nope, haven't seen anything like that since I got here.
I can't think of anything to talk to Mose about at the moment. I'm gonna take off. You want to look around with me this afternoon?
This afternoon? Nah, I got some things to do.
What could you have to do? You're on vacation.
I brought some work with me. Yeah, you know, a cop's work is never done.
Never started, even.
Oh, by the way, would you, mind not, mentioning to anyone that I'm a cop?
What?
People just get kind of weird. You know, I want to be an average Joe for once. Come on.
Mose, I've got news for you. You can't get any more average.
Not.
All right. Mum's the word.
Thanks. See you around?
Yeah. See ya. Guess Emilio was thirsty.